Hey everyone, I'm here with the Benny Fong. It's been a long time. We've been waiting to do this. Just had a coffee and we thought we'd come up here and just do something raw. Benny has brought over never before seen footage, and I don't think I've seen this stuff probably in 35 years, some of it.
Probably, yeah.
And you haven't even seen some of this stuff.
No, some of it is captured off of VHS, off of my dad's old Handycam. It's not perfect, so who cares? Let's watch it.
Old tech.
Yeah.
Old tech. And for those of you who don't know, this is Big Picture, the band that we were in probably from 1989 to 1995?
Yeah.
96? 2 albums. And this recharged this channel because we were discovered through the Lost Wave community. So thanks to you guys, we are here. This is especially for you. What do we have first?
I'm just also going to say that Edo Hughes.
Edo Hughes?
Yes, podcaster. He reached out and he said, "Happy anniversary."
Oh.
And I said, "For what?" And he goes, 35. And I'm like, what? And he's like, it's your 35th band
My goodness.
thing.
Has it been 35 years?
Yeah, so I don't know the math behind it, but I'll trust him to
So 35 would mean 1994.
scope us.
So it would be Big Picture he's talking about, the Just Passing By album.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's crazy. 35 years.
Yeah, so we have some footage from that time. So we can take a look together and do a react.
Okay, so what do we have first?
Let's just play some of this.
Put it in full screen there.
And now for something completely different.
So, before complex CGI, made some Monty Python cutouts. And
This is
it
a
was
birthday
a
thing.
video birthday card that I made for
Happy
a good pal here.
birthday, dear Asif, my brother, and Catherine.
Yeah, pretty much like big Monty Python nerds, but I'm
Happy
talking
bloody
during this video.
birthday to me.
Oh my goodness, and this is
This
Lawn
is
Jam.
94. This is us playing at the Technical University of Nova Scotia, Tons, on a summer afternoon on Spring Garden Road in Halifax. So when the city and other organizations used to support free music
Yeah.
a lot more heftily than they do now.
Look, there's the old library. My goodness. It's incredible. I'm just going to pause it there for a sec. It's amazing how nowadays we have, everyone's got a phone, so we're recording stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It's going to be strange for people who were, 19, 20, like we are in this video, 35 years from now. They're going to take for granted because they're going to be able to see their youth in extreme fine detail.
Yeah.
And, when I'm looking at that, I'm looking at old buildings and things that have been wrecked and, rebuilt, entire blocks, city blocks. It's really crazy how media, the fact that we can record everything at every moment now and how that's going to change psychologically.
Yeah, we'll have instant recall to like pretty significant memories or just the mundane,
Yeah.
right? Things that you forget.
Yeah.
That can happen at a glance and you don't really pay attention to it. But here, I was lucky enough actually in this image that we've paused on, that's my dad right there sitting on the bench. And he just brought his camera everywhere.
Right.
And just recorded stuff. And before that, he used to do it on an 8mm film. Like
Yeah.
our family has tons of that stuff. But, like you said, having it on your phone is like instant, constant, always.
Yeah.
This stuff is rare.
Yeah, it's completely.
We're lucky to have this kind of stuff. So
And it's because of that camera and your dad's influence on you that you were able to capture a lot of this, because a lot of bands don't have this kind of this footage.
yeah,
I mean, we did.
like we don't have a lot of still photos of us because I would have taken the pictures, but we're in the picture. Like we're,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
We would have had a curated photographer.
yeah,
doing
we
it.
didn't have a photographer like hanging out with us and doing all the things.
Yeah.
Other bands Like there's tons of that.
For
right?
example, in the police, the police diaries that were just released was Stuart Copeland's obsession with 8mm, and he would take an 8mm with him all the time and Andy Summers also was a photography guy.
Yeah.
So they were able to see behind the scenes of a band from 1977 to 85 or 83, as it were, because of that. But if you were in a band that didn't have people like you and Shahab, or who took a love to actually record what we were doing. I mean, you have the whole tour across the country.
Yeah. Yeah, we have our 2 albums, recording them in the studio, getting there, packing up our stuff, getting on trains or driving across in a van.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of footage. But at that point, there was no YouTube. There was no way to share this. I didn't have a computer that I could edit this stuff.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be doing it with 2 VHS tapes at that point.
Yeah.
To try to make a tape. And then I'm like, what do I share that on? There wasn't any music platforms to
other than
share
showing
anything.
it to us or parties.
Sharing to our kids, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like if that happened, they'd be like, yeah, look what we did.
Yeah. It's amazing.
But it never happened, and it just kind of got shelved, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird and cool that we're able to do some little time machine. And,
so what's next?
Check it back.
Is it you gonna go forward or? Oh my God!
A clip that you guys all know. My dad. So the funny story behind this one, and I think I'll remind you of this one. So I was sitting at a bar called Gus's Pub, and I was just having a drink, you know, and a guy comes up to me, it was at Christmas, and he sits down, and he just looks over, and he says, hey, did you used to be in a band? And I'm like, yeah, like a million years ago. And he's like, I've seen you before. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, long story short, my father passed away, and we had donated our VHS tapes and CDs and stuff like that my father had made. And apparently, after he passed, I donated a bunch of our gear to Valley Village. And then this guy at the bar's father picked up that stuff, and it just kind of got shelved. But his son was just like, what's this old VHS player? And it was this video. It was a tape that was left in the thing. I didn't even know we had footage of this.
Right.
So I'm looking at this. So he just said, give me your email and I'll let you know if I ever upload it to YouTube.
Yeah.
He uploads it to YouTube a year later, and he sends me the link. And I look at it and I'm like, I have no idea where this footage came from. I'm like, who is shooting this? Because it's a video of my dad. So he doesn't have the camera in his hand. And then there's videos of my mom.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know, what are we going to do with this? So anyway, it turns out that my parents were passing the camera back and forth and filming each other at this place. And anyway, he ended up sending me the tape. And that's why I have this now. So it's
very cool.
Yeah, pretty crazy. And this was a year before the Lost Wave thing happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a year later, that Lost Wave thing was like, hey, we've seen a clip of your video.
And little did we know that there was hundreds of people looking for us, and that there was a video on YouTube that I didn't even know about because he had uploaded it.
Right.
And it's really strange. The media it can be so elusive, but it's so around us all the time. But then the discovery of it can be, you know, shocking. Like to see this stuff. I mean, you know, we've got Joel on the drum set there. Joel Allen was only on Just Passing By, the album. Incredible drummer, and you just saw him recently, didn't you?
Yeah. We had a bit of a reunion in Toronto, and I met up with him, and also met up with Dominic Bortolucci, who is our bass player from junior high and high school.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, and it's his birthday on the 6th.
Is it
the 6th?
It's the 8th? No, 7th today.
Oh, so it was his birthday yesterday.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
I think that was the very first iteration of Big Picture. It was actually when I first met Dominic, and we were in a band with Mike LePage, and we used to play U2 and Police covers, and my best friend at the time, Rory, was singing, and then
Angus.
Angus was later.
Really?
Yeah, it was Mike LePage at first, and then Dominic stayed, and I think Mike LePage went to a different school, and then we found Angus, and that's when Rory moved on to doing some other stuff. He didn't really want to be in the band anymore, but then that's when you came in because it was a talent show, and you were going to do some juggling, and I said, "Hey, can you sing?" And you said, "I don't know," and then you started singing, and you could sing way higher than any one of us could. Which meant perfect for Bono and for Sting and for all that stuff. And so
Yeah, that was a weird discovery because I didn't even know I could do it. Like, I never sang in public before. I was doing busking and magic on the waterfront, and I thought, well, it would be a great idea to do some juggling while you guys played some music for a high school talent show. And if you didn't ask, I wouldn't have known.
Yeah, and then Big Picture probably would not have happened.
Oh, another thing. Your original singer,
Jonathan Torrance.
Jonathan Torrance.
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he was actually, he sang in grade 8 and 9, I think, right before Rory did, or right after. I can't remember. They were both sort of shared stuff. And Jonathan Torrance, you will know him as J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys. And he, of course, had a lot of TV shows on tons of stuff.
Yeah.
Very prolific Canadian actor. Hosted, I think, the ECMAs, Junos, other awards, stuff like that. I'm not sure about the Junos, but he's definitely up there in the Canadian scene, especially with the Trailer Park Boys. He was actually in the band, and there's a funny moment when we played Mir, the band after Big Picture, when we played at the ECMAs. Jonathan Torrance was hosting, and he said, "I used to sing in this band, and they became really big after I left." Made a joke, and then he said, "Here's Big Picture." So it was really funny to see how people that we knew went on in a big way. In the media. Yeah,
it's
it's
cool.
crazy. Anything else here?
Yeah, we were really nerdy.
He has to find his way home. It's a pretty conceptual video. So the waiting.
Let's just say unique.
Yeah.
I'm proud of the whole being a nerd thing, but back then I don't know if this would be called nerdy.
Well,
You
my
sort of-
family was in the hospitality thing. Like, we had Chinese restaurant family, and I thought it'd be a great idea to dress up like waiters and serve everybody at our record release. And that's exactly what we did.
And people loved it. I mean, my mom made a bunch of stuff. Your mom made a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff. It was good food, Sri Lankan and Chinese food.
Yeah, we had a little menu. It was a good time.
That's
Whitey.
Whitey.
Chris Whitey.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, Whitey was
Yeah.
a big part of our ability
He really
to
was.
connect with university crowds
Yeah.
and get those gigs.
And he
was a
had
great
such a
manager.
passion for the band.
Yeah.
And he was, the nicest guy. And he was surfing with his family recently in the last few years, and he was in the Caribbean, and he just passed away from a heart attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so sad. But yeah. If he knew that Big Picture was, had such a resurgence and has fans now, I think it would really have warmed his heart.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that this video is online, and you're watching the only version. The version that's playing there is high quality. This is probably coming from a Betacam.
Yeah.
But no one in 35 years has really seen a good quality version of it until it was discovered again.
Yeah, and
There's that scene.
Actually, there it is. The world was so easy. Ito Hughes.
Yeah.
I actually he had reached out last week, and we're doing a little like conspiracy.
Okay.
We're conspiring together
Okay.
to reach out to the director of this video's management to try to get a copy for his doc
Okay.
that Ito wants to make.
Yeah.
I reached out, got stonewalled.
Right.
So I don't know if it's like a quality thing or he doesn't have the footage or whatever, but the director went on to do some pretty big things.
Okay.
So I'm just like, who cares? It's it's a fun video that was done in the 90s. Let's post it.
Yeah.
And just for fun.
But every artist has their level of what they want out there or not. I get it, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
You know, when I look at some of this stuff, even the writing, I think this song is catchy and I think it's great, but the stuff I did later on is what I'd like people to have, seen, because I evolved
Yeah.
but then coming back and discovering this, I can hear the innocence in the songwriting as well that I love. Like I actually love how we didn't have the constraints of age and experience
Right.
to stop us from doing things. So we were just throwing macaroni at the wall to see what sticks. And sometimes the best art and sometimes the most original art comes from just freeing those shackles away.
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't have feedback.
Yeah.
We didn't have, armchair commentators, who could give us instant feedback that way.
Yeah.
We'd find out from our friends, our family, if it kind of sucked or not.
Yeah.
Did it really matter? Actually, nobody really cared. We just kind of made stuff.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Right now, it's sort of just like having any satisfaction is the result of some sort of performative inspiration. So a lot of things that are being done online
Yeah.
is, fairly,
Yeah.
ego-based because you want them to understand an aspect of you that's highly curated.
Yeah.
But back then, it was raw.
Yeah.
Nobody really cared. Like maybe we got a review in a local paper,
Yes.
right? And that literally was the highlight. Like it may have happened once a month, maybe.
Yeah.
That we
You got a
kinda-
bit of feedback,
somebody's
unless you had a
opinion.
producer during the time of recording,
Right.
or a manager or someone like
Right.
that. You remember the movie Misery?
Yeah.
And the writer, he purposefully booked that cabin to write in complete and utter isolation from everybody because he didn't want anyone to influence anything.
Yeah.
And then he's driving home, he finished the book, and then of course we know the movie because
Yeah.
biggest fan came and started wanting to change his book.
Right.
Because he killed off a character.
Right.
So creating an isolation is it's an ancient concept.
Yeah.
Artists that go on retreats, they don't want feedback
Yeah.
because you want it to be as pure as possible. And I think big picture, the time, our limited success, if Big Picture existed now, I wonder if people would have been like, "Yeah, don't do that. Don't put violin in this. What are you guys doing? Putting a juice harp,
Yeah, they'd be
in-
voicing all of our own opposition
Yeah,
externally.
yeah. I feel bad for artists now. I feel lucky that we were in a time where we could create in isolation. It's very difficult to do that now.
Yeah, most people this is just my perception. I don't know if you feel the same way, but when they create content, it's lack of being in the same space with somebody, being in the same city or, going to the club to go see them play.
Yeah.
That whole ecosystem's kind of falling apart.
Yeah.
And it's been replaced with a performative, like virtual experience.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're dealing with electronic algorithms to even get your stuff shown
Yeah.
to anyone,
Yeah.
you have to manipulate your sharing of your experience. So people are, building out, stories of them creating the work and what the processes of them doing the work to try to lead up to the release of the thing.
Yeah.
I find it's like a little bit of a dog and pony show.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an extra layer. If an artist wants to share the trouble
Yeah.
or the you know,
The making of,
struggle.
yeah.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's almost becoming, you know, required.
And it's sad in some ways. I think it's great to see the process. I've struggled with this coming from the world that we grew up in, creating songs and media. I mean, you've done tons of graphic work and film work and you know, animation and stuff like that, and music, and just I've had a hard time reconciling that need to show things before they're done. Because I came from a world where you worked on it, you finished it, you mastered it, and then you presented it.
Yeah.
And now it's like they want to see the process. And if you don't show, if you don't show the process, then somehow your content isn't validified or validated in,
Yeah.
sorry, it's not a correct word, validated in a way. And I find that is, that there's something sacred about finishing a painting and then taking the blanket off it.
Yeah.
And then, oh, wow, look
Yeah.
at that. And then discovering and then asking how it was done. And now it's like you want to see it from, and then all of a sudden some people realize, oh, he did paint by numbers. Oh, is that what he did? I can do that. And then
Yeah.
it just becomes, the magic is gone. So,
Yeah.
and I think this is another conversation which I'd love to have with you in a longer, is that AI now is turning that on its head, because it is causing a disruption in that model. I mean, we don't need to see how AI created things. But it's getting back to the idea, the nugget. So a person goes, wow, I have this amazing idea. I just had a dream about, you know, this flying building or something. And then they just prompt it, and then it becomes reality very quickly. And it almost goes back to that reveal, that wonderful magic of reveal. It's like, wow, that's a cool idea. Holy crap, that's a cool idea. And it's taking away that process because it's making it very quick.
Yeah.
So that's one of those hidden positives about AI that I don't think people are really looking at, because they're seeing how much it's destroying creativity. But actually, what if it actually creates a renaissance of new cool ideas that have never been happened because it's taking away all the hard work?
Yeah. There's been a lot of resistance to new technology over the years. You know, like, I mean, people understand it's like, you know, moving from a rotary phone to a push button phone to a phone that has buttons, and then a phone that you can have in your hand to a phone that has no buttons on it.
Yeah.
There's been resistance to all of that
Yeah.
at every stage.
Yeah.
Technology adaptation, I think, is getting to such a laissez-faire kind of critical analysis point of value has dropped like tremendously
Yeah.
on anything that's new and developing.
Yeah.
It's like the understanding of what it took to get from A to B now
Yeah.
is just blurred.
Yeah.
Because with AI, you can go A to Z,
Yeah.
right? And like, I don't know if that really makes any sense, because I haven't, you know, tried to think about it that way. But
Yeah. It makes total sense. Yeah.
in old film, they used to watch these like black and white films. When they got to talkies, they called them, when they had sound, right? There was the term called cut to the chase. And in pretty much in all these like old black and white films, they would, at some point, the hero or the heroine or whatever, they would get in some sort of car chase scene, or the Bobby cops would run after the bad guy or the good guy. Okay? And most, like, people were just enjoying the fact that this moving picture was occurring. But then at one point, there'd be a chase scene. And then they started getting complaints by the audiences saying, cut to the chase, give me the good part. Right? And then film developed, and good storytelling happened and all that stuff. And we enjoyed all of that for decades. But I think we're kind of there now again.
Yeah.
I think because of the speed of output, even in like someone's, you know, execution of like, you know, building a studio and making content, people just want to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
They have no time to absorb it. And also the volume of media that's available in the genre that you're interested in. Say, like, I like acoustic guitars. I like fingerstyle guitars.
Yeah.
I like percussive guitars. It's like you're going to see like 50 guys doing that thing. Or if like I'm doing a cover or something like that, there's going to be 50 times of that. So people's attention spans have become compressed.
Yeah.
And then now we're groomed to elicit attention to that by any mechanism, by telling stories about how I did it along the way to lead to the release, which kind of kills the whole creative
Yeah.
process.
Because the product itself is now a small component of this process oriented presentation. And but back, in these days, we would, seeing this was not even part of it. Like how we have one of the videos that I'm sure some of you have seen is the making of the remix for Just Passing By, which is, in the studio at Cherry Beach.
oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
right.
online, right? And
Oh,
and,
cool.
and that when we uploaded that, I think is it on your channel or my channel? I
don't
can't
know.
remember. But let's watch another one before we wrap up. And it'd be great to come back and talk more about the AI stuff using some examples as well. Whoa, what's this?
Oh boy.
You just turn that down, yeah.
Sorry for the bad audio, but
My
I
goodness, this
think-
is a record.
so this is at Sam the Record Man in store on Barrington Street. And,
Everything was set up. Look at that. That's the Roland amp.
Here we go. We were really I don't know, outliers,
Yeah.
I guess. Everybody else in the city had cool friends with cool studios that would give them great breaks on rent, and they would they had a bit of a good community of support. We had my parents' basement and my bedroom to practice in, and for some reason we just couldn't get in these places.
That's amazing.
But we did manage to get into the Arts Alliance, which was like an old Woolworths on Barrington Street, right across the street from here.
Oh, check this out. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
cut
no.
you off, but just go back there for a second. This is amazing. Sorry for the distortion, but it was loud in there. This is like a breakdown we did here. I know exactly where we were trying to go with that. If you listen to the end of a Sting song from the album Nothing Like the Sun,
Yeah.
called They Dance Alone,
Yeah.
those are the chords from that. And say, this is back in that way where the Police used to draw out songs for,
Yeah.
like that jam sort of Grateful Dead kind of thing. Is this a whole set? Oh my goodness.
There was a big
I'm singing there.
Peter Gabriel influence also that Shahab
Oh, look.
was into, and there's Shahab's wife, and that big Tony Levin fretless sound. So he just got some pliers and plucked all the frets off of his bass
Look, Ryan Cameron.
and made his own fretless bass.
That's right. I can't believe he plucked those frets out by himself.
Yeah. Oh. Brenda Hodnott. Amazing forensic level illustrator. She did some pretty funny portraits of us.
That's right.
Maybe we'll show those someday.
My goodness. This is crazy. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Let's just check the time.
So this is just a little quick check-in, first check-in.
Yeah, let's
And we'll try this again.
yeah, trying to it's easy to go on and on, but I know people like to see shorter content, so let's do this again.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't really have an idea about where this will go, but we're just doing a first chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is because I think it would be cool to chat with some of the other people. I was thinking about maybe even giving Joel to see because he's one of the most elusive big picture
Yeah.
people and to do like a Zoom call with him maybe sometime.
Yeah, that'd be
Just
great.
you and us and Joel.
Yeah,
That would be cool.
yeah.
Anyway, it's really great to
Nice to see you.
to have you
Thank
here
you
on the
for having
show
me on.
for the first time. I mean, we did actually last year we did the acoustic version,
Yes.
and we could maybe do some more stuff. But I think this stuff is cool, and you have tons of this, don't you?
Yeah, unfortunately not organized.
Yeah.
Because that's how I do it. And it's not all like refined, but honestly, maybe we should just go with this. Just raw and
stuff,
just as,
yeah.
out of the camera. Don't do any correction.
Yeah.
I
so-
notice a lot of people don't like up-resing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll just keep it as we have it on the tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll try our best to share. And if you're interested, watch it. If you don't like it, bye. Who cares?
That's right.
So-
That's got to be the way now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so just as you capture them, let me know, and we'll
All
pop
right.
up here and do this off the cuff thing,
All right.
and
Thanks,
do it
bud.
again. Thanks, Brad.
All right.
Take care. See you guys.
Much love.